Good morning, good morning. I literally just got in a position. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. And I didn't realize how low volume this was, but that's okay. Um, Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade. And I just took a little position on GITS. It started pumping here, but it's literally liquid. But let's see what it does now that it's 7 o'clock. But good morning, guys. See what kind of plays we get today. The market conditions were very friendly last week. Sorry for being a little out of pocket. I was traveling. Gonna make up for it this week. Got after hours blocked off in the Discord all week, so hopefully I can do it every day. So anyways, let's see if there's any other tickers moving. Got a little position in GITS before I realized how illiquid it was. So I'm gonna see if it falls. It's not really holding momentum now, so it should drop. But got a little stab at it. Good morning, Mike. Yeah, this thing's super liquid.
AIRG, pressing into a key resistance level with momentum. SGN.
SGN popping towards VWAP, not interested. There we go, GITS, nice little red candle. There we go.
RXT, showing breakout pressure near high of day. Strong trades coming in.
Trying to get out of this illiquid GITS. I'm deep. Oh, there we go. Cool. Beauty. Okay, what was that last one? That was a little, probably a dumb play, but with how illiquid it was, but I didn't even realize that. Oh, wasn't much volume on it. But played it 275 to 249, I believe. So not bad. 1,000 shares. Good way to start the day.
New high of day.
RXT. Let me get it pulled up. So we're about to see if it can break a new high. Might be worth a stab. I don't know anything about this company though. Multi-day, don't like that. But if it gets up to about it got all the way up to 205. Let me do some due diligence on this one since it's multi-day. I know we played this one. I forgot what it was though. Oh, this is a bigger ticker. The rack space. No, I'm not interested in this. Could it flush? Yeah. But again, I just don't like the multi-days. Plus it's a bigger market cap. But it could, could flush right off this level. So. Yeah, so last week I was traveling a lot, but according to AI, the market conditions were amazing. Um, let's see. So the last 5 trading days last week, 92% of tickers closed below VWAP and 81% closed below open. That met the criteria of, I believe, over 25 or 30%, one of those. But point is, a lot of things were flushing last week. So let's see if this continues this week.
AIDX up 10%.
AIDX.
AIDX up 20%.
I must have the wrong one pulled up. What the AIDX? I don't know. Don't see it.
IADX up 30%. AIDX.
Bro, why can't I find it?
AIDX up 50%.
I'm getting an AIDX. Let me see if I can find it on TradeZero.
AIDX up. AIDX up 80%.
Bro, I don't know what it's talking about.
AIDX up 90%. AIDX.
Oh, I see it on my phone though. Jeez, I'm at it.
AIDX.
It's only gotten 7K of volume though. Why is it not pulling up on here though? AIDX. There it is. Now it's finally showing, but it's only got 8K of volume. Be careful, guys. Is it brand new? Yeah, it's brand new. I'm not messing with it.
AIDX hit 50%. AIDX hit 100%.
If it gets to 50, I'm in. It says Kurt, and I don't.
AIRG
I don't blame you.
AIRG up 10%.
So back to RXT is looking like it might reject off that level, but we'll see. But again, not super interested in this one. Started at 42 cents. Wow. I'm kind of just in the background looking and trying to set up my trade the pool so I can trade desktop.
TLPH showing breakout pressure near high of day.
TLPH with a funky looking candle. Not interested. Are you in anything? No, I'm not in anything right now. Only thing I played was GITS earlier. Or when we first got on the live stream. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, slow. I'm like scrolling Instagram.
GITS.
GITS coming back. Or is it dropping? And I got out way too early. I got out in the 240s, but it kind of made me nervous because it wasn't very liquid. Good morning, good morning. So yeah, still not in anything. Yeah, I'm not interested on RXT multi-day plus bigger market cap. It's like the definition of a headache in my book.
VRE up 10%.
VRE, ooh, get a little pop here, a little pricey, a little higher price than I prefer. What is it doing? Oh, it's a big market cap. I'm not interested. 1.5 billion. All right, 3 minutes till 7:30. See if we get some new PRs.
AIDX, approaching a key support level.
That's the one from earlier. Futures and cryptos down. I didn't even know. Yeah, pre-market again. It's been slow for a minute. Even for, what was it? Last couple of days. Again, I was a little out of the loop because I was traveling, but it seemed like during the regular session there was plenty of plays. Pre-market continues to be slow. I'm not seeing any PRs coming out. So we might not get any 7:30 PRs.
AIDX, approaching a key support level.
So Bitcoin's a little down too. It's been hanging in this like 70, 65K range for a minute. I'm fine with a slow day, but I just want a few plays. So the only thing I played trade this morning was a liquid GITS. Made about 25 cents on it, I think. So I'll take it, but Man, that's the only thing I've played so far.
EZRA showing breakout pressure near high of day.
Easy RA, but it is under 50 cents.
EZRA up 10%.
Well, yeah, we had some nice wins in the group last week, though, especially on Friday. Whew. Some big wins. Denny, are you on? Denny Burns? When was the last time you saw this slow of a market? I don't think ever. I'm being honest. I've seen slow markets, but this weird little phase we've been in. So, how about this pre-market? What'd you ask? When's the last? Yeah. So pre-market is abnormally slow right now. So the market there still plays,
EZRA showing
but
breakout
pre-market's just been because one of my main edges, and if you're new, you haven't really even gotten to see it too much, is the money rotation edge. And if there's only one thing moving, you don't see it as much. But in the money rotation, obviously, when one play pops, the money rotates over to the new play, and then you play the previous pop, and then it flushes, and you just don't get much of that right now because like you only get one or two pops, an hour, it seems. And it's hard to get in them because they flush immediately. Like I want them to flush quick, but I need a chance to get in it first. So yeah, it's probably the slowest markets I've probably ever seen in pre-market. I don't know what that means, but
EZRA showing breakout pressure near high of day. Strong trades coming in.
I don't know if anybody disagrees.
EZRA.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and it'll pick back up. It usually does, but I mean it's just the cycles shift. But this is a unique pre-market we're in. Because when it's hot, it's just like you don't know which plays to get into. It's like okay, it feels like I'm talking about things that aren't true since it's been so long since we've seen it. That looks like warrants. But yeah, not too long ago, summer, spring, like it was not uncommon for like 7:30 news to have 3 or 4 pops, or 8 o'clock news to have 3 or 4 different tickers pop, and then the strongest survive. I'm sure we'll get back to it, especially with the PDT stuff. I don't stay that close to it. I don't know what's the latest update, but I imagine when that's removed, if I think it's a when instead of a if, but I bet that'll bring some volume to pre-market again. And I got this other little free scanner up in the background on YouTube. I'm sure you've heard it. And somebody said, market's so cold you can go ice skating on it. So, I mean, everybody's aware of it. It's just very, very, very cold right now. But well, I don't know about but I'll be here when it heats up. I'll be ready. mentally prepared for it. And again, since it is slow, kind of talk about it. So that's the main edge when it heats up. So where I failed last year, again, I don't try to hide it. I had a red month in March. It was my only red month of the year last year, but in summer I was close to some red months. Like again, when it heated up, I did not adjust as quick as I should have. But it's going to be very appealing to jump in the one that's going up 100, 200, 300%. But a lot of times, I noticed that real edge is the ones that's was previously popping, that's getting attention taken from it, or something that has a little bit smaller of a pop in the background at the same time, but it's not getting as much attention. Those are the ones that those are the best ones to focus on, and that's where I messed up. I see a 200% pop. I'm just like drooling to get in it, and then it goes up 400%. You know what I mean? So those are the exciting ones, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the one you should play until money rotation kicks in again and something else pops, and then it does have a long way to fall. So you got to be a little bit strategic with it, how I play it. But again, not financial advice. That's just how I approach, because I'm a front side trader. So I trade backside too, but I mean, y'all see what I do. I'm shorting on the green candle a lot of times. So when it's hot, it's a little bit more difficult to do that, because if it's really good news or a really strong theme, you gotta be careful on the front side until you see some weakness or it's a strong level. Oh, awesome, John. I'm happy to hear that, bro. And thanks for the love for the Discord.
Breaking news.
That makes me happy, bro.
AIDX approaching a key resistance level.
Yeah, a lot of people had some pretty good days on Friday. And again, I did decent. I think I had 1,800 on TTP and like 1,200 on TradeZero. And I was traveling most of the day, but it did seem like the market conditions were pretty solid, and it's awesome you took advantage of it, because that's the key. There's going to be days like that where just everything fades, or a lot of things fade, and you have to take advantage of it, because there's going to be days where things are strong and that you will get burned. So happy to hear that you took advantage of it. But yeah, I think the Discord's reasonably priced. I try to make it so everybody can get in it. Shorted my first stock live this morning. Let's go, Ben. Which one was it? Hope it was green. RXT, let's go. Whatever happened to it? Hanging out in this level, still a little bit.
EZRA showing breakout pressure near high of day.
EZRA is still showing strength. Like I said, it's below where I can trade it, but it's looking like it wants to retest this 30 cents, 29 cents. But cool, that's cool, Ben. Join the dark side. We're not as evil as the longs think. We're just trying to make money. Shorting trash companies. It's funny because short sellers get the evil reputation, not the toxic dilution tickers that they're trying to go long on. Like, they're the real enemy. Pump it up, dilute it, take all your money. We just recognize it and trade it. But there's some annoying short sellers out there. There's some annoying long traders out there. That's just humans, though. Yeah, today's pretty brutal. I feel like I say this a lot lately, but man, I'm ready for it to heat up a little bit. Hopefully, I'm as prepared as I think I am mentally, but I'm tired of this. It's been going on too long, too slow. But yeah, Friday intraday, it seemed like there was quite a few plays though. I didn't catch much because I was traveling, but I still found a way to make a little money. So I'm sure if some of y'all were locked in, and I know some of y'all were locked in, we had some crazy days. 14K days, 7K days, 9K days. Somebody messaged me and told me they did. And it's not all about the size, but you know how much money you make. Because again, I don't have those kind of days typically. But it's more just I like to see the group taking advantage of good opportunity. T-Mac called out a beauty. I was eyeing same setup, but cool to hear his confirmation. Dope part of the Discord. Some really good traders there to learn from, helping me in my journey. Nah, and it's funny that you brought up that because that was I forget what ticker it was, but T-Mac has some of these low key like A plus calls sometimes. Can't remember what it was. A couple months ago, he had a solid call like that as well. But no, you're right. I mean, that's the best value of the Discord right there. It's just getting everyone's, seeing what everyone's saying. It's not me. It's not my exclusive live streams. It's the chat, because you don't know how many times the chat saved me or brought a ticker to my attention. So glad you're getting some value from it. And we're still growing. We'll make it cleaner, improve it as we go, but we got some good traders in there. I wasn't expecting to have so many, and that's why I asked earlier if Denny was. Oh, there's Denny. Yeah, I got to meet Denny yesterday. Cool dude. Denny's in Sarasota with me too, so got a trader I know here now. Some margaritas. Enjoy some margaritas. BDMD, let's see if that was it. BDMD. That was it. Look at you, Joey, appreciate it. Yeah, T-Mac in the Discord was like 200 on BD. The reason why I'm laughing is because like nobody really said anything about it. And then it hit the 200. That's what these dotted lines are, the daily 200. I get them to appear on the on the 5 minute, 1 minute as well. And bro, look at this. This is a 200 daily rejection to a T. Hits it, immediate death candle, halts down, then opens at 140. Like, that's an insane move. Did you catch it though, John? I was but yeah, I missed it. But this is the 200 daily rejection, the playbook to a T. You usually don't see them play. I'm not gonna pretend like they always play out this way. But that was a nice one. So KNRX just released some news. I don't know if it's gonna move, but I'm gonna pull it up. And congrats, Joey, on another trade the pool payout, my friend. Trying to be like you.
10%.
NCI.
NCI showing breakout pressure near high of day.
Not really interested. Unfortunately, was doing W2 stuff. I get it. Last week, my W2 had me stressing. It had me on suicide missions. All right, still don't see much, so just want to hang out. NCI, is it pushing up a little more now? It is.
NCI, new high of day.
Another multi-day. Don't love these, but if they get back to 10,
NCI,
which is a long ways off, I might play it, but I don't think I'll mess with it before then. Actually, I'm gonna delete that because that's not really a level. The level is actually like 11, but I would potentially play it at 10. Scale up to 11. We might get there. Just hit 850. Let me see. Chinese or Hong Kong, 15 million float, 129 million market cap. Latest news is closing of their public offering. I forget why this one was on a tear recently. If it's just manipulation or if there was a reason behind it. But yeah, if it makes a similar move like this, see, these are the moves I like these really intense, strong moves to the levels, not necessarily the grinding action. Like if we see another move like this, I'm definitely interested because see, this is how they usually play out. They retrace quite a bit. But the grinders, a lot of times you don't really see that intense retrace. So if it makes a strong move like this again, like it did in after hours, I'd be very interested. But I don't think it's going to get there. Nasty little flush. We're in the sixes now. Yeah, NCI has been pumping for a minute. It's Hong Kong too, so it'll probably crack, and it'll be a nasty crack when it does. Unless it's a relevant thing. Let's see. One stop apparel. Yeah, no, this thing's gonna crack at some point, and it's gonna be nasty. These are the type that'll lose like $5 in a day or something when it finally cracks, you know. Oh, really? ATOM.
AIDX.
Yeah. It had a flush. Yeah, they didn't even try to pump it. I think they would have tried to get it more liquid before they did it, but it's a multi-day too, right? Yeah, so there's probably all kind of bag holders in it. So it's probably liquid enough for them. But yeah, this is kind of a good example. We'll probably see something like this with the NCI, if not more intense, when it happens. Since it's Hong Kong, Chinese, when they crack after these multi-day liquidity moves like this, I'm not kidding. It's gonna be ugly, I think. But when? Who knows? This one is a little bit bigger market cap, 129, and that is because it's been pumping. Probably typically it's much lower than that, but regardless, we'll probably see it. Well, we might see it right here. Look at it. Was that it? I don't think so, but that was a nasty flush.
ZeroPro showing breakout pressure near high of day. NCI approaching a key support level.
It's kind of been riding the 200s up. The blue and yellow line, see it? Hasn't really been able to crack the 5-minute 200s. kind of where it's been bouncing, and that's why I like to take profit there, is because typically they do bounce here. And when I say these numbers, like the 9s, the 20s, I got some feedback about this recently, the 200s, I'm talking about the moving averages. I use the simple. A lot of people use the EMA. I use the SMA, but regardless, that's what I'm referring to. And some of you OGs might be like, of course, but I kind of just always say the number and don't really explain what it is, but it's the moving average. Pretty common indicator. And then for the daily 200s, I look at the EMA and the SMA. I have them both on the chart. But yeah, like I said, I was traveling last week, so I'm gonna try to make up for it this week. I booked 4 o'clock every day this week. I blocked out on my calendar. So, John, I know you typically ask about after-hour sessions, so I'm gonna try to do it every day this week, unless there's a emergency or the CEO throws a call on my calendar, which is a possibility. But most of the time, if my calendar's blocked off, people leave me alone. So we'll get some after-hour sessions in the Discord this week. Do you see the edge is better at pre-market than after hours, or the other way around? That's a good question. It really depends on which one's getting the most love, like with volume. So a lot of times you'll notice after hours is not very liquid, and I don't love that. But there's these phases where after hours gets really hot, and then money rotation again kicks in. So the edge, y'all know I don't hide like if y'all ask me, I'll tell you all this. The real edge in after hours is the first 30 minutes, preferably the first 10 minutes if you can get a position, because especially in hot markets where just stupid PRs are making stocks pop, what usually happens in after hours and where people mess up is they'll trade the 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6:30 pops, and can you make money on them? Of course, most of these do flush, but the reason there's such an edge with the early pops is just like what we do here. The earlier pops are usually the ones that flush, like the 7 a.m. ones, because 7:30, 8:30 news comes in. And unless that's really good news, unless it's a really strong theme, people are just going to move on to the next shiny ticker. So same concept in after hours. So the ones that typically flush the best, and this is back tested too, and I have a lot of trades to validate it. But for me, I have the greatest success in the first 30 minutes. And that's how I measure it by. It's really the first 15 minutes, but I measure it in 30-minute intervals. So, because those are the ones that pop, and sometimes they hold, most of the time they don't. And even if they do hold, if there's later moves, 4:15, 4:30, 5 o'clock moves, like they just flush. It's crazy. You can just see like it was holding its gains and then something else pumps and then it just starts flushing. So I like the early pops because of that. Because if you get in like a 6 p.m. pop, again, you can make money on those, but a lot of times there's nothing to steal attention from it. That's the last pop of the day. So it'll usually hold strong into close. So long story short, I didn't give you a straight answer, but it really depends on the market. I really like after hours because I'm awake and I'm alert more than I am in the morning sometimes. So I like after hours, but it's kind of been hit or miss lately. And even the hits, it's not that hot, but there's some plays sometimes. But when it heats up, I really like after hours. Yeah, there's typically one that holds in after hours, and it's usually the later ones. And sometimes it is the early ones. Again, nothing about trading is 100%, but got a lot of trades. That's the good thing about TradeZella. I got so much data now from my trades that I can. When I was learning, I didn't know anything, so I was trading all kind of times. And now I can reflect on data, and I've back tested this with trade ideas, and the ones that typically fade are the ones in the first 30 minutes. NCI is breaking under the 200. See if it holds. That might be all she wrote. It's a bold statement since it's a multi-day runner, but again, this is what it's been hanging on to, the 200. I don't play much first red day setups. I don't even know if this is a good candidate. It seems like it would be, but it is looking weak now. Appreciate it, John. Love your after hours. Always make money. Yeah, we're gonna do it this week. Hopefully, there's some action. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I typically do pretty good after hours as well. Statistically, high win rate. Don't take big losses. Normally. Because that's always the thing I have to worry about with my front side trading. It's just like make sure the losses are manageable. And if I keep that dialed in, I usually have success. But yeah, we'll knock some out this week.
AIRG, PBM,
8 o'clock. See if we get some PRs.
TOMZ, VHUB,
If you're new, those are the fake out alerts at 8 o'clock. Don't read into those too much, but there should be some.
RXRX breaking news.
RXRX breaking news.
MNTS up 10%.
MNTS. Ooh, that's a nice little pop. Doesn't look very liquid though. RXRX. Neither one of these look very liquid. Nasty flush on it, but I mean, it wasn't liquid at all. Like 2 people traded that.
TOPS,
TOPS. Okay, here we go. Now that's a move. This has a history of parabolic moves. Tops, just FYI. Where we at? 1.5 million. Ooh, we pushing. We pushing. If we get, it's a tiny float. It's tiny float. So again, be careful, guys. If any of y'all are interested in it, I am, but I want to see it push. I might miss it because of that, and I'm okay with it because it's a 1.5 million float.
OPS up 10%.
But if you want to enter here, no judgment, but I'm gonna wait.
OPS up 30%.
Grab my locates though. And it owns and operates tanker vessels. Again, I was kind of out of pocket last week, but I know at the beginning of the week, it was kind of a little theme. I think it died off though pretty quick. missed it.
OPS, breaking news.
That's all right.
IKT up 10%.
IKT. Weird looking chart, not interested. Well, if it keeps pushing, I'll be interested, but not whatever this is. No, it's too big of a market cap. Dang. Not much. Even the ones I kind of like are not very liquid.
Approaching a key resistance level.
Tops was the best one though, but again, due to the float, I wanted to see it push a little more, so I missed it. Which is, again, I'm fine with. I'm at peace with. I don't really get too worked up about missing plays occasionally, but what works me up more is whenever I do something like when I get in too early, knowing it's high risk. That's frustrating.
Up 10%.
And I still do that a lot. WTF is tops, and why do you have so many indicators? Trading is not that complicated. Look at this. Look at this guy. Do I have that many indicators? I got moving averages and VWAP, bro. That makes sense. His next comment would be full port on gold trust. Yeah, that kind of goes along. Those comments go hand in hand. So 8:07, next PRs will come out, it'll probably be 8:30. So let's see if we get any movement before then, but probably not. IKT pushing up a little bit. Again, I'm more just watching because there's nothing else to watch. RXT is giving back a little bit here.
IKT showing breakout pressure near high of day.
Again, I don't really love this market cap, but if it wants to act a little irrational, anybody knows why this is pumping? It is a bigger market cap, but I love me some irrational moves. Man, this thing is pushing. I might scale into this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna start scaling into it. Unless y'all know why it's pumping and I'm being stupid. But as of right now, I'm about to scale into it. I'm doing like 300 here, 300 here. I'm just going to keep doing that. I don't know where the top is, but this move seems a little irrational. The only problem is it's a little higher on the market cap than I typically trade. Again, I shouldn't do this. I'm kind of bending my rules because there's not much to play, but I'm playing it small. Just scaling in just to see if it gives back a little bit, because this is, it's probably something I'm missing about it, but I'm gonna try it. It's still small though, only 600 shares. If it keeps pushing, I'll keep scaling. Next scale is at 275. So it did have some news. It looks like, well, no, that's a different one. Never mind. So I'm in the, my average is 251, so a little in the money, but I want to see if it gives back a little bit here. Not expecting, again, when they're bigger floats like this, bigger market cap, I'm not expecting the round trips like I do with the other plays. So I already trimmed some right there at VWAP. You probably heard it in the background. But I don't really know why this one's moving. But yeah, low confidence play, guys. This is far from a high confidence play. It just, this move feels a little irrational. So see if it comes back to reality. So I want to be a part of it. It's giving some nice range, scalping ranges, but kind of just holding for now. G-E-T-Y. G-E-T-Y. Getting a little pump here. I like it's a little congested in the 106 area and 120. Gets up there, I'd be really excited. And again, it might bounce here on VWAP, but I'm not in very big, so I'm just holding to see if it cracks VWAP here and flushes. GETY, I wish it would get one more little pump in it, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. IKT broke and I'm out. I had an order waiting at 235, so, or 233. So I'm out now. Just played a little move on it because again, the reason why I decided to kind of bend my rules a little on that one is because it's not really a hard set rule. That's why. But I just don't like the market caps over 200. But that move was a little irrational. I can't really find the reason why it did that. So, but I'm out. Didn't make much on it. Now to focus on GETY. 116 million float, 300. Dang, there's another big one. So yeah, if it gets to the 107, 120 range, I'll think about it.
GETY, new high of day.
GETY, up 10%.
IKT is phase 3 speculation pump. Sorry, I didn't see that. Strong buy recommendation from Bank of America. Yeah, that one doesn't mean too much. They'll be saying some wild things. Some of these buy recommendations. Oh, really? Getty is involved in over 1,000 lawsuits. Jesus Christ. So we're getting to $1. I don't want to play the dollar psychological level. Y'all know I like taking entries at $1, but I want to see it push a little bit. And again, I might wait till $1.20, guys, because again, this is a bigger market cap. I just don't do as well with these, but it could die right here at 107. Maybe it gets to 120. That's what I'm gonna wait for, but it might struggle right here, to be honest. How much is it up now?
GETY up 20%.
Oh yeah, it's up quite a bit. So it got to what, $1.06 and failed? So maybe that's where it was wanting to go. That's good to know, Denny. That's hilarious though. Unconditional antitrust clearance from U.S. Department of Justice for proposed merger. U.S. Department of Justice has granted unconditional antitrust clearance for the proposed merger with Shutterstock. DOJ clearance. Ooh, IKT still flushing. Should have held some. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play this one. I do think it's probably gonna hesitate this $1.07 level, but I don't want to get in the habit of trading over 200 million market cap. And I've already did it once. I hardly ever do that. So, but I do think it looks like it's struggling here. Should I put a try not to talk myself into getting it. I was like, should I put an order at this 106 and see if it gets filled? But nah, I think I'm gonna pass. Boom. See if it fails here. If it gets to 120 though, I probably will play it. I still am not confident it's going to get there. I think it's looking like it's struggling at this 107 level. Like it just tried to push through it and just flushed right back down.
S.
TO.
Look at IKT. Jeez, nasty flush on it. Really nasty. TOPS. Nope. I didn't know the large float stocks can flush so hard. Yeah, they typically don't. They typically don't. But they can, yeah, they can. But you're right. It's not as common. That's one of the reasons why I usually avoid it. But this one was pretty extended, so that's why I took the stab. I got out a little too early, but yeah, no, typically it's not this clean. $8:30, 5 minutes away. And these are what both of these were 300, so it's over my typical criteria, but it's not like a billion. You know what I mean? Like it's not 2 billion. I'm definitely not touching those. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. Who knows in the future? But there has to be a very enticing reason for me to touch those. But the point is, 300 is over my my typical 200, and ideally I like it under 100, but 300's not that crazy big. Still a small company, smaller, and but it did have a decent sized float on it. I don't know what GETY's float is, but the fact that it's over 300 and it's only trading for what, 75 cents, $1 now, tells me it has a massive float too. Let's see what it is. Yeah, 116. The math's not mathing. I thought it would be more than that, but regardless, oh, so 415 million. Got it. So, but yeah, the float is big on it for sure. Yeah, sorry, bro. If you following me, I got out too early on that one. I'm glad you caught some moves on it. Yeah, I didn't expect IKT to keep flushing like this, to be honest. GETY is struggling, but again, I'm gonna sit on my hands with this one. But if there's some decent 830 PRs, I wouldn't be surprised to see some attention get stolen from it. Because this one is like, people are trading it, but it's only got 6 million volume. It's not making new highs. I could see this be a pretty good candidate for money rotation. There she goes. News kind of weak too, if you really think. I mean, actually, I mean, it is a big deal, I guess, because that's the main probably regulatory regulatory hurdle, but fundamentally it doesn't change anything. So here it is. We're getting that flush on it. But I'm sure this was one of the main regulatory hurdles. I took a quick $93 on GETY to pay for a margarita. I like it. You must have had some drinks before I got there, Denny. We didn't have $93 worth. We call that happy hour. Nah, bro, I enjoy meeting you though. 8:30. Let's see if we get some new PRs. You'll get a few PRs here. But yeah, I see so many of these PRs that in a hot market, these things would run. Like I see it every day. I'm just like, is that really not moving that ticker?
FBIO up 10%.
FBIO. That was one of them I looked at.
FBIO.
Okay, this one looks kind of interesting. FBIO. 28 million float, so this one's not too tiny. I'll be looking for a stab here in a second.
FBIO up 20%.
All right, I got in. I kind of chased, but I'm in it. I'm trying to get it on Trade the Pool too. Probably shouldn't do both at the same time, but TradeZero got in right at 4, so I might start trimming if it drops much more. Oh, shoot. Let me close. All right, I'm out. Made about 500 bucks on that. 403 to, I didn't get the best exit. It's considering it went all the way to 330, but got out at 351, so I'll take it. Made a little over 500 on it. Cool. I was kind of slow to it, but that was a nasty flush.
FBIO approaching a key support level.
Oh, we going negative.
FBIO breaking news.
And didn't get my trade the pool fill, unfortunately, but that's all right. Probably shouldn't try it on both. Yeah, John, and again, this is controversial, but in this market that we're currently in, I didn't even look at the news first. I did look at AskEdgar very quickly, and then I took a stab. I'm taking a little bit more risk. I'm willing to enter without doing so much due diligence in the market we're currently in, but when things heat up, you got to be careful doing that. So that's how I got in kind of quick. I kind of just, half-assed looked at the info on it instead of really digging in. But that's kind of what got me in trouble March of last year. I got so used to this environment because I'm doing more than I used to. If I just saw it was up more than 30%, and it met my criteria, I'm taking a stab, then doing my due diligence just so I don't miss these moves. But then when March came and crypto treasuries became hot and everybody and their mama was dropping that news, I got burned a few times. Do you trade with a minimum of 200 share blocks and TradeZero? Yes, it's weird if I don't trade over 200 shares. The only scenario earlier with IKT, I was trying to fill it out. I might have been doing 200 or 300, but yeah, I'm rarely ever entering size less than 200. And it's not even necessarily for the TradeZero fees. That's a good point though, because if you're over 200, I think, how does it go? It does minimize the commissions, so that's a huge incentive for sure. But usually I'm taking like 1,000 share stabs unless I'm trying to scale into it. And then to your point, it's usually 200, 300, 400 shares at a time. Yep. Below 200, there is additional fees. There are additional fees. Nice little flush.
OSS, approaching a key support level.
Gap down from $2 to 36 cents. Wish I was in that one. Wonder what that news was about. Look at this, it curled up to the 200s. And you can tell it's low liquidity, and then just drops to 35 cents. Wow. Brutal.
GOSS. Pressing into a key resistance level with momentum.
Yeah, no, I'm usually using limit orders. I mean, in regular session, I'll use market orders some, but most of the time it's limit orders. Unless I really want to get in quick, and then it's market. If the bid and the ask doesn't look too crazy, like the spread isn't too crazy, I'll do market. But that's only on like the quick pops. If it's a strategic, like waiting for it to get to VWAP, you know, I'll have a limit order waiting for it.
OBAI showing breakout pressure near high of day.
And let's see.
GOSS nearing support with increasing activity.
Now I've only tried TradeZero. That's why I don't like, you know, talk junk about the other ones because I don't know. But Center Point, Guardian, Cobra, no, I haven't tried any of them.
GOSS returning to a prior level.
I haven't even, you know what I mean? I'm still trading on my phone on TradeZero. I've barely explored TZ1 and TZ Pro, so.
GETY up 10%.
Much less other brokers. So I think TradeZero is awesome for the most part. I've never found a broker that I absolutely thought was perfect, but I'm sure there's other great ones out there for sure. I just can't really speak to them. That's why I'm doing Trade the Pool, because I think it's a great option for people that are undercapitalized, that don't have a lot of money to drop 25K in the United States. So I want to be able to speak to it if I recommend it. So that's why I'm trying it. But I'll probably end up trying some other brokers along the way too. what's the ballpark of what you pay in locates for 1K shares? $4. That's usually what I pay. But since things are nanos, since a lot of nanos and 1, 2, 3, 4 million floats, sometimes it's 10, $20, you know, $30. But I if it's over that, I'm not paying it. I'm just going to let it move. And I noticed in the group, a lot of people talking about how TradeZero locates have went up. I don't really even think that's the case. It's just the only thing that's really been popping lately is nano floats, and then it becomes a supply and demand. So just like in any business, if there's a tight supply of something, you're going to charge more for the amount that you're going to give out because you only have so many to give out. So they're going to charge more for those locates. So we're in a very nano pump environment, so locates are going to be more expensive, supply and demand. When that, you know, because I noticed that the ones that are over 5, 6 million float, the locates are the same. It's, you know, the $4 per 1,000. But again, there might be cheaper, there might be better. I can only speak to TradeZero. But again, I've been trading with them for 3+ years now. Flirting with $1 million with my personal and trade, the Bear of Wall Street. So it's helped me get here. Could there be better? There is a chance, though. There is a good chance. RXT, retesting that level. Yeah, GeoSS was probably a long, just because of that gap down was so excessive. It's already doubled. We saw it at 35 cents. Yeah, I'm probably about to dip out as well. I'll go Assassin. I know I've said this last time, but that's a dope name. But I will see y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm posting this for any of y'all that are new. This is free. It's just my it's the playbook I use for these pre-market pumps. Again, just all you got to do is give me your email, and then it shoots you it's like a 10-page PDF or something with how I approach pre-market. Again, not trying to sell you anything, just it's a little bit of a cheat sheet for that. So if you're interested, I pinned that comment. And let's see, last thing, I'll answer one last question before I bounce, unless something else pops up. I wanted to ask you a personal question. Why have you kept your regular 9 to 5? I like my 9 to 5, and I'm not going to share how much they pay me, but they pay me very well, and I work remote 99% of the time. So I don't think I'll be able to find another. So here's the thing. I like the job, and if I was to bail on this job, I would have a very hard time finding something comparable. So if I hated my job, I would have quit a long time ago. But I actually like it. And they pay me well, and it's mostly remote. So I'm blessed, you know, thank the good Lord for that. So I have a hard time separating with it. That's the God honest truth. If I hated this job, yeah, I would have quit a long time ago. So, and I have tried. A lot of the OGs know this. I've tried to quit, and then they always find a way to talk me into staying. So usually financial incentives work with me. But anyways, I will see y'all next time. I'll be here at 7 o'clock. Thanks.